you all can have a stab at it. No. Please start. Malaysia team. So the idea is that from next year, the size of the slate. Thank you so much.
Good morning all. Using day in and day out, the entire life cycle happens, business cycle happens through the CRM. So what we were doing all this day is complete lead management was taken care by CRM currently. Now CRM will move on to the one solution for all our business requirement, like student management will happen through CRM, outstanding collections will happen through CRM, batch communications, masterclass communication, everything will happen through CRM. So that is what we are aiming at. Completely from the day the inquiry comes as a lead until they get this certification, external certification, the complete life cycle will be managed through CRM. So I'll show you the key features that are enabled on CRM. Monday morning when you go back to the work, launch the CRM, you will be having these features enabled in the partner centers. This most wanted thing, you can see in this site, like where you have both get follow-up. When you click on that get follow-up, there is a date filter is available. You can filter the date and you will see what are the follow-ups for this week or a particular day or particular month, how many follow-ups you have, lead owners, everything, and you can see. So this is the first feature enabled where you can have a follow-up dashboard. And everything is visible here. Overall 1 year, how much of the payment you collected, that also, right? Every customer will have in one entry this action button. If you go and click, you can see the entire payment history. Clear? So no more one-stops, no more IGs, no more WhatsApp video will be available for a partner to view. The complete batch calendar that is provided to you through FMS, right, will be available in the CRM. As and when a new batch is added, you can see the same in the CRM. All the accepted batches, hopefully for the next 60 days, you should be in a position to see in the CRM, which will enable you to do the planning much better. Yeah, this is a key feature which we were discussing for quite some time. You can see that the portion that is being marked, student register, to do it with retrospective. So we have enabled this feature for a partner way. From today, whoever is enrolling with you, you can see on there everything, and when you click on to the view, it will take you to the lead page. And the payment made, what is the outstanding, that also is here. And activity is what all the communication that has happened with the customer, that also will be there here. Once they enrolled as a student, whatever the communication you had at the lead time will not be captured here, but when they are in assessment, how much of outstanding you should get, that also will be there. And as we discussed and agreed, on the due date, the LMS actually get blocked automatically. Right? So you before 3 days of the payment, stating your payment due is right, you can just talk to them and you can follow everything as possible through the pending payment. Thank Abhijit and Raj for their efforts on filling the form and giving us the inputs on what all the key features they require. There are certain things we will still working on even after this launch. Whatever we have agreed that we will be doing in phase 2, open for questions.
Like during the month, whatever invoices, including the GST component and all. So that just because we have to file the GST returns. So will be in a position to download that?
You are talking about payout invoices or customer invoices?
Not customer invoices.
Payout invoices. Yeah, you will be having an option of downloading it. You should be having an option.
These are really good features, Sudha.
Thank you.
It will really help us plan in a better way, be more organized. I just have one request if it's possible. See, the next step when the students complete their course is, working on a project. At present, we are really not aware about, where is the project, is it being allotted, is it really being, what is the progress of the project.
Yeah.
So if we could integrate that also somewhere in the student life cycle itself, that will really, help
the
us.
The activity tab, which is under construction, will have all those things that will tell you, okay, the student and what he is currently doing will be visible to you. And there will be one more. Actually, we are working because so the feature that is enabled for our CSAT team and support team, we are working on it where whatever, like he is moving on to the project, his assignment completion is this, all this is available. We are yet to decide on what are the features that should be available for a partner end, like a dashboard. Like you don't need like what is happening in the project, whether he attended status meeting, that kind of detailing, but you want to know whether he is in the project. So that dashboard is under construction. Once it is ready, I will send you a mail and we will have an orientation session on where you can go, where you can see it.
Thank you. Very good enhancements to CRM. So I think it should be definitely very helpful.
Thank you.
Wonderful gig. So that is the advantage of being in Malaysia, you get bigger slices. One big cake and 3 people to eat it. Very nice. Thank you so much, Malaysia team, for joining us today. Thank you. So we are working on the clock, literally on the clock right now, because we now have Sharat who's going to do a live launch of the AISY 2.0.
Enhanced features, and there are many in the pipeline. We are customer-centric organization, right? And dashboards that we want to share with the students, so that the learning is more interactive and they can also track their progress. They can understand where they stand. At the same time, as an organization, we also want to know where a student is specifically standing with the learning process. So let me just start. I'll talk about a few of the features here. I'm not sure my laptop is. It's coming here, as you can see. I'm not sure if it is visible there. We have added learning tools, we have added the attendance tracking, we have added the important section, a tab, where the students can directly go to their favorite modules that they want to do, and student just can click that and be able to track that progress as well. Then the progress report tabs are there. We also have talked about the AI bot, which basically allows us to ask questions. Right? We are also trying to work out those questions from the students as well for each module. Then you can see a new look to the course page also, and there are a few enhanced features, like we can also have the notes. We are becoming digital now. A lot of people just scribble on the book or page and they will probably forget about it. So we wanted to make sure that everything is there in one place. So this feature that we've added is like a scribbling pad. They can enter their notes right with that particular module. So if I'm trying to add some notes to a specific topic, rather than writing somewhere else, you write in that specific module itself and you'll be able to easily track that notes. So this section is where the students can write their notes. I'll come. Then, as you can see, there is an important section. So if as a student I want certain things, then I can select that and make it as an important topic, and that section, that specific module can be seen here directly at this particular tab, rather than go to the entire videos, again revisit the course and then go to that specific tab. You can also add reminders. So for example, as a student you want to take on additional features. Along with that, you can see the progress report. Right? So we talk about the notes, that is a new feature that we have. We always have quizzes, assignments, the study materials and all that. But as a student, you might want to know where you stand. And as admin, we also are available for students as well as in the backend for the admins to track and understand where exactly a student is standing. If the student has completed his quiz, it will be ticked. Okay? That basically shows that he has completed that particular module's quiz. You can also see overall progress as well. This is another very important feature. Right now we are using the QR code and we're asking students to, they go away, at the middle they join, again at the end they join. So that clearly gives us the the amount of time that he was present in that active session. And everything is probably shown to the student itself. And this attendance is one of the important aspects for us to track them. Then we have this blockchain certificate. Blockchain enabled certificate is being given to the students so that they can also get these things verified. Because a lot of certificates can just be bought anywhere. We wanted to actually give some value to the certificate so that the employer also get the confidence that okay, this person, when he's showing this particular certificate as his learning skills, then the employer can verify it. Right? It's a blockchain enabled certificate. Now this is another enhanced feature which is personally my favorite. This is a community forum and a discussion forum. Now a lot of students, we are encouraging them to post their questions in the WhatsApp group, repeating the same answers to the questions, new students when they come, right? So we wanted to put everything at one place, and this discussion forum is something that we are giving. It's like a common platform where students can post their questions. And based on our training styles and the learning that they are going to have, the errors that they are going to get, they can quickly look into these past questions and get their queries addressed. And it's not just about the questions and answers, it's about everything else. Basically, this discussion forum is open from our learning perspective. They can post any kind of a question. We also have ticketing system. This is also another important feature for us, because a lot of students, we ask them to provide their feedback, or if they have any questions or concerns, they can write back to us. But we're not able to track the responses properly, or we're not able to provide certain solutions within the SLAs. So this is a ticketing system for their queries. If any question that the student has, they can raise. It should be this should be open for all the customers, that is our participants, from November 1st. That's the tentative date as of now. We're on schedule and almost everything is done right now, as I mentioned. We kind of keep the announcements, the masterclass sessions we have, or let's say for example, any announcements that we are making. Projects, Abhijit was asking about project. And as you can see, the improved look and all that, and if student wants to specifically go to any course, they can look into the details here. And they can also make purchase directly from this alumnus itself. And just to add a point, who is connecting with us, they will have access to alumnus whether they are registering for any program or not. We are giving the alumnus for every student who's connecting with us. So we have an opportunity where the students, if they want to make a purchase of e-learning videos, they can directly come to the LMS and make the purchases. And here, this is my courses page. This is of more interest to a student perspective. You can see the progress is given here. Right? The status is also given whether that particular module, different programs might be registered. The student can be programmed, and you can see that program is completed, and if it is ongoing, we can clearly see that it is in progress. Okay. And here you can see the orientation. This is where we are going to put all those basic query related information, LMS orientation, project orientation. We can talk about assignments orientation. So all the information is readily available here. We are going to put everything here so that you can refer to this section to understand how they can submit their assignments, how they can register. The tab is where you basically have your programs that you have selected as favorites coming up here. Okay, I have not selected anything, so it's not showing. But if I select something here, say for example, this is ongoing topic, and I want to select this as my favorite. I'll click on that heart symbol. And then the learning tools, this is where you have the reminders also, and you have all the information with respect to the programs that you want to attend. We talk about the discussion forum, and practically also, if I have a question, let's say for example, ML on cloud module, and I'll select that and I'll post my question. The good thing that we have probably thought of is this screenshot. As a mentor, I will not be able to understand it. So we have a feature where you can add screenshot like this. An image can be posted. And this is open to everyone as well as here. And we will be able to track along with the dates as well. And whether the status is the issues addressed or not can also be seen here, and we can probably prioritize certain issues which are not being closed within the SLAs and all that. And this is the view you can see.
Sharath, this is a wonderful initiative. I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Now, under the announcements, I saw few things. But can the upcoming openings, job opening, also be informed so that would motivate actually the participants, one, to complete the program on time, and two, that would make them feel okay that there are job openings. They would feel more confident. Because now we are not sure who are getting placed or are they qualified to get into the job. So those things we aren't sure. So if that announcement is...
We do have that in the plan, but we wanted to...
If they have the provision of submitting their resume, else it comes to us and we forward it to the HR team. So instead of that...
Yes, I think that is a valid point. I need to check if that point is covered or not, but yes, we will make a note of that. Resume, yes, single point of place where they can also try and reach us from us. Resume is also very important thing. Definitely, we like that.
It's a wonderful features. All the features are very much helpful for all the students. Just we can add one more module of resume building. In that we'll put some template and they can create their own resume based on the courses which we are providing, a sample kind of thing, and they can make their own resume so that they don't have to follow up with the team.
Very welcome changes, enhancements to website and good new introductions. One thing is, important thing is that the student dropout rate, the number of students who just drop out in between, don't complete the courses, or they are not, going as per the schedule. Any way by which we come to know about those, so that if some intervention is required, we can talk to the person what is the problem, why don't you just resume that? Because it's very important that we bring down the dropout rates of the students.
That's yes, absolutely. That's one of the concerns we also have. I mean, everybody has. Of automatic alerts to that particular system and to the CSAT team to understand if a student is not continuously joining, probably 2 days or 3 days, then immediately we will be able to connect with that student and understand what is the concern that he has, what is not attending and all that. So yes, that feature will be there.
Maybe in a matter of week we will be launching. When the customer is not attending 3 days of the class continuously, like he is in 7 to 9 batch, 3 days he is not attending, there will be a mail going to the customer stating, we understand that you are not attending 3 days and we hope that you are learning through the self-paced module. If it will alert us in much more, and then when we complete the batch, that is today 9th October we are closing the batch, we will have the list of students who have successfully completed in this batch. That is minimum 70% they would have attended, then only they will be able, that copy will be shared to the parent. So time to time you will be in a position to see whether the person dropped out, whether he is continuing absent, how much percentage he actually attended, everything. That is enabled in CRM.
Just one more follow-up question. Perhaps is it possible that the partner login is created, can be created for LMS also, and probably if there are 10 admissions happening in a month, we are able to actually see the dashboard of how much percentage of the assignments they have done, so that our teams can follow up with them. So we have joined 1 month ago,
Yes.
and we have completed only a couple of assignments. Is there any problem? Can we help you out? Something like that probably we can do. Same goes for the attendance also.
Okay, so let me clarify one thing here before.
Yeah, CRM, LMS, only a dashboard on how the
CRM
progress, a broad progress is happening.
Okay, so let me just, sorry Sudha. Exactly, student perspective. CRM is from our perspective, management perspective.
Yes.
So all this information will be automatically be shown in CRM for you people. You'll be able to track that.
Okay. So attendance as well as assignments.
Yes, it will be there, yes, it will be. Great. It's there.
Okay.
It's already there.
Okay, well, it's a lot of work in the days reaching up today to do this presentation. Thank you so much. And Subramanian on the stage. Yeah, we'll wait for you, sure. Follow the leader, huh? Okay, so you must be aware by now, your partners and of course the team will be aware that we are having a lot of team members to speak a few words about certain employees who've done exemplary work. Alright, so I'll be pretty much talking about the training department. We are not going to give you any memento, gift and all that, but I think it's a bigger honor to have you call out your names and have it acknowledged in this open forum the amount of work you have done, and that is what it is. So before I even reveal the name, because everybody is getting excited, I'm sure all my team members are excited, my name or what you have done. So there's nobody in the team here who is not done a great job. Right? Everybody has been stretching, everybody has been, apart from what is expected, beyond that, almost every single person, whenever it was needed, has done. The differentiating factor for the names that have gotten ready and reached the office. So that is the kind of levels that we have done. We have seen them work 7 days a week. We've seen them work 14, 15 hours also sometimes when required. And it is about the gradient. It is not, again, when I reveal these names, these two names, it is not to tell you that the others have not achieved. These people have achieved a lot more. That is all, right? And I'd like to invite the A and B, Aditya and Bharat, to please stand up. These two people, what is even more outstanding is these two people essentially joined with an intention for a short term, but of course I see the long-term vision in them, and they are kind of getting wedded with the organization. Thank you so much, Aditya. Thank you so much, Bharat. I'd like to publicly announce on the record for all the inputs, all the efforts that you people have done. Whenever we called, you have always been there. At the same time, all the training faculty, all the data scientist faculty members, amazing work. I request all of you to please clap for them. Thank you so much.
People who are performing only will be with 360. So whomever sitting here, they are performers. Okay, who's getting recognized are exceptionally performed or walked that extra mile. So setting that, no, I handle CSAT process and sales. So I would nominate one person from sales who has walked that extra mile. All of us know Chennai is a new child of us where it is just 6 months old, and there were a lot of things that has to be done in Chennai. So I would tell out the name of Sivarama Krishna. We recruited him as a salesperson. We had 12 people in Chennai. But when the team was not there, he was an admin, he was an office boy, he was a manager, he was like all in all for some time until we settled. So, thank you, Shiva. Recently we had this non-Mudalvan program where there was a dilemma whether we can put a stall or not, because it is a typical government initiative where no information was well beforehand. So just before, we have to have a stall on Monday, and the confirmation came Sunday evening 6 o'clock. And we did everything, starting from banners, starting from brochure, everything got printed and in the place where Yogesh was there up to 2 o'clock in the morning, and he did everything done. Thank you, Yogesh. And he is really helping me kind of thing. Thank you, Yogesh.
Coming to other digital marketing and web development. Coming to charting, I'd like to top performer for charting is Divya. And coming top performers for digital marketing. First is Viraj.
Probably the difficult and most laborious and on the fly, a kind of a firefighting kind of a department, and we have no other than but Ajay. We don't have the entire alumnus team after we have crunching the resources, so he has upskilled.
To further that, he's being applauded for the efforts in LMS. That is one activity that he does. Apart from that, all the other activities have not been affected. That still continue to be there. Recently married, it's a little surprising, but nevertheless, that's something I want to acknowledge. Thank you, Ajay. So thank you. That was.
She started off with CRM, and then Sudha added from Engine side, and both of them have put together an amazing show in terms of plugging in Yeah. Having said that, everyone else has contributed equally for LMS, towards LMS development. But key person was her. Behind CRM, behind LMS, and also behind website that we have built. The key person, the brain behind the scenes, is that person. Right? Thank you so much if you are able to hear me. Okay. I'm sure a lot of you all are aware of cricket. Is there anyone who is not aware of cricket? I'll be surprised if there is anyone who doesn't know cricket. Have you guys heard about Marwan Atapattu? Yes. Sri Lankan captain. Did you hear his story? Anyone here? Heard about his story? Is there anyone else who has heard about his story? Anyone? None of you all? Only Abhijit, okay. Probably I'll just quickly explain this guy's story. He was playing amazing cricket in the international arena. And then it took him 21 months of practice, domestic cricket. Again, he has made tons of runs. Once again, he was called. So everyone was like, okay, in the second innings, he's going to perform exceptionally well. Any guesses on what would have happened? Again, he scored a run. Again, he was thrown out of the team. And this time it has taken him 3 more years to get back to the international team. 3 more years of amazing performance. So in total, it took him 6 years to score the second run for the international team. Again, after 3 years, that is overall after 6 years, he was called upon to represent the international team. And this time, there was no stopping. So he continued, making 6 double hundreds. He was made captain of the Sri Lankan team, right? And he flourished from there on. I feel that our team is also like that. The moment I see that the rankings have gone down, the moment I see that there are a lot of complaints coming in, there are two ways to respond to it. One is catch cold feet, just start, firefighting. Another thing is just look at the long-term vision. It might take some time, you might take a hit now, just to come back, bounce back fast. Right? We are going to bounce back. We are in that zone now. Okay, having said that, when we started off with 360, while we keep saying it's 9 years of success, I should say that that's in collaboration with the previous company that we had, that we completed 9 years. According to the legal document, it's 9 years. But officially, if we look at only 360DigiTMG, when did we start? In October 2019. And in October 2019, when we started off, we did not have a website of our own. We were banking on the previous company website. And we continued this journey for approximately 4 or 5 months. Then something strange happened, some issues happened, and then a lot of links here and there, and a few things I should not be disclosing here. So after that, we thought we should start our own website. So I think in April, is it April that we started our Google AdWords on our website? April 2020. And then we started our working, and slowly and steadily the website got developed, CRM was getting developed, LMS we didn't have our own, so we were developing. A lot of effort was going into building the support systems. Website is a basic thing that we need to have. Huge amount of effort was spent on website for the first 2 years. Because all the 7-8 years of hard work that we have put on the previous company, the website was gone. It was no longer ours. And we had to build learning management system right from scratch. Imagine running the business and also building these key pillars, website, alumnus and all that. It was taking huge amount of our effort. We weren't able to channel our energies towards running the business, because our energies were channeled into building the website that is needed to generate leads, that is needed for brand building. We had to give our learning management system to the students. So a lot of effort was going into that. There was that the moment we felt that okay, we are now taking off COVID. COVID phase 1, no one expected, but thankfully we had our systems in place. Then I understood that the effort that we have spent in building the online platform was worth it. Until then I didn't realize, I was always thinking that why are we spending time on that? And just keep ensuring that the Google reviews are given here, keep responding to those reviews. The reason is this. We have seen 70% improvement in the number of leads which are generated through Google My Business. We have a separate strategy in Suku. We want to just keep it little secret for that case. Okay, so this came as a news yesterday for me. I'm myself not aware of what the HR department is doing. I'm myself not aware of how many people are being interviewed by how many companies. That's because of sheer miscommunication or not communicating enough, right? And the point that Ramana raised was, why don't you have the job openings? That is where I was thinking that let us also have these details. That these many people are in process with respect to interviews. These many people got placed month on month. For this month, these are the number of people who are placed. Let it keep scrolling. So that people who connect to our elements, our own students also understand the importance of that. Thank you. By hook or crook, they need to damage us. That is the only mindset that they go with. If they are giving us a genuine feedback, absolutely we are here to take that. And when I spoke with a few of them personally, you know what those students say? And this is where I request less than 10%. Industry standard is 20%. Where are we going wrong? Where are we missing out? Probably those are the root causes that we need to look at. Right? I have a session with the sales team today. We will discuss sales team. Less than 10% is absolutely not done. Absolutely not done. Less than 10%. Why? If you don't have the answer to that, you will not improve. Simple.
So which are given to the students so that they represent the interviews better. And that is what people are talking about, right? And when we go with soft skills and when we go with this kind of a provision and say that our learning management system will be given to you for free for 6 months with the soft skills, and they can develop all these capabilities. And all of your students will get a personalized report on what are the areas they need to improve upon. How would you feel? I mean, I'm sure, at least I'm excited. What is your take on it? Anyone? Feel free, please. If you feel that this doesn't work, we have just 3 more things, so this is one key thing. What do you think, friends? Is there any
IT students or with civil engineering that can make additional impact on the psyche of students?
Absolutely. But this is from data science standpoint, right?
Analytics, analytics.
Yeah. So your segment will kind of reduce. Of course we can give. Because that's also another thing which people have to focus upon. Students. Right? In order to target what? Colleges, universities. Right? But yeah, we can think of
Speed program where student can earn 1,000 rupees also. Probably, and learn Python, work on 10 assignments and then work on a live project. Whoever wants to do it, they can do it. Otherwise, everybody can take the soft skills part.
Absolutely. That's the standpoint. And digital bit we thought of printing it today and distributing at least to our partners and our employees, but that has taken probably a different angle. So we will very soon be coming up with a digital book also, and learning resources are further getting strengthened with a lot of cheat sheets and all that getting created. And studied as part of your school days. Yeah. So Nitin knows that. Nitin, what is the first law of inertia? Or law of inertia? Nitin's first.
The exact words, but body continues to be in a state of motion or rest unless and until acted upon by an external force.
Absolutely. So what Nitin is saying is, if you are in one position, you'll be in the same position, or if you are moving at a constant speed, you'll move at a constant speed. That's very human, common sense. Until and unless there is an external force, you are not going to move. You are not going to run. You are going to be either stationary here or you will walk at your own constant pace. Competitors are not moving like that. World is not moving like that. World is running. And if you also want to run, you need that external push. Certainly we need. Sometimes I might feel bad that too much of pushing is happening from you guys, but if you would not have pushed us, we would not have been on the stage that we are with respect to CRM or with respect to the other processes. Yeah? So sincere thanks to